An international team led by researchers at the Center for Palaeogenetics in Stockholm has sequenced DNA recovered from mammoth remains that are up to 1.2 million years old. The analyses showed that the Columbian mammoth that inhabited North America during the last ice age was a hybrid between the woolly mammoth and a previously unknown genetic lineage of mammoth. In addition, the study provides new insights into when and how fast mammoths became adapted to cold climate. These findings are published in the journal Nature. Around 1 million years ago, there were no woolly or Columbian mammoths as they had not yet evolved. This was the time of their predecessor, the ancient steppe mammoth. Researchers have now managed to analyze the genomes from 3 ancient mammoths using DNA recovered from mammoth teeth that had been buried for 0.7 to 1.2 million years in the Siberian permafrost. This is the first time that DNA has been sequenced and authenticated from million-year-old specimens, and extracting the DNA from the samples was challenging. The scientists found that only minute amounts of DNA remained in the samples and that the DNA was degraded into very small fragments. This DNA is incredibly old. The samples are 1,000 times older than Viking remains and even predate the existence of humans and Neanderthals. The age of the specimens was determined using both geological data and the molecular clock. Both these types of analyses showed that 2 of the specimens are more than 1 million years old, whereas the third is roughly 700,000 years old and represents one of the earliest known woolly mammoths. Analysis of the genomes showed that the oldest specimen, which was approximately 1.2 million years old, belonged to a previously unknown genetic lineage of mammoth. The researchers refer to this as the Krestovka mammoth based on the locality where it was found. The results showed that the Krestovka mammoth diverged from other Siberian mammoths more than 2 million years ago. The researchers say that this came as a complete surprise to them. All previous studies have indicated that there was only one species of mammoth in Siberia at that point in time, called the steppe mammoth. But the DNA analysis now showed that there were 2 different genetic lineages, which the researchers refer to as the Adicha mammoth and the Krestovka mammoth. The researchers also suggest that it was mammoths that belonged to the Krestovka lineage that colonized North America some 1.5 million years ago. In addition, the analysis showed that the Columbian mammoth that inhabited North America during the last ice age was a hybrid. Roughly half of its genome came from the Krestovka lineage and the other half from the woolly mammoth. The researchers say that this is an important discovery. It appears that the Columbian mammoth, one of the most iconic ice age species of North America, evolved through a hybridization that took place approximately 420,000 years ago. The second million-year-old genome from the Adicha mammoth appears to have been ancestral to the woolly mammoth. The researchers could therefore compare its genome with the genome from one of the earliest known woolly mammoths that lived 0.7 million years ago, as well as with mammoth genomes that are only a few thousand years old. This made it possible to investigate how mammoths became adapted to a life in cold environments and to what extent these adaptations evolved during the speciation process. The analysis showed that gene variants associated with life in the Arctic, such as hair growth, thermoregulation, fat deposits, cold tolerance, and circadian rhythms, were already present in the million-year-old mammoth long before the origin of the woolly mammoth. These results indicate that most adaptations in the mammoth lineage happen slowly and gradually over time. The new results open the door for a broad array of future studies on other species. About 1 million years ago was a period when many species expanded across the globe. This was also a time period of major changes in climate and sea levels, as well as the last time that Earth's magnetic poles changed places. Because of this, the researchers think that genetic analysis on this time scale have great potential to explore a wide range of scientific questions.